Good afternoon, Virgo. Vindication is arriving belatedly. Someone who doubted you is discovering truth. Someone who defended them is seeing reality. Someone who dismissed your warnings is experiencing evidence. Someone who didn't believe is witnessing firsthand. Someone who thought you were exaggerating is learning you understated. The person who took their side is realizing your side was accurate. Validation arriving after you needed it most. Because just now realizing means delayed awareness, means belated understanding, means late recognition, means discovering after should have known, means seeing what you saw months or years ago, means clarity arriving too late, means understanding coming after damage, means awareness emerging posthumously, means finally seeing what you tried showing. Just now means timing, means not when you said, means not when you warned, means not when you explained. Now meaning recently, meaning currently, meaning this moment, meaning after everything, meaning when evidence became undeniable, meaning when reality forced recognition. And you were right about this person means validation, means your perception was accurate, means your warnings were founded, means your assessment was correct, means your instincts were valid, means your judgment was sound, means what you saw was real, means who you said they were is who they are, means patterns you identified exist, means red flags you noticed matter. Right about means your truth confirmed, means your reality validated, means your experience acknowledged, means your perception proven, means your warnings justified, means you knew they doubted. Now they see. Here's what can't believe they seen reveals. Shocking behavior revealed. Actions so obvious now. Patterns so clear finally. Toxicity so undeniable currently. Red flags so visible presently. Character showing definitively. Behavior demonstrating what you said. Evidence appearing that confirms your warnings. Reality manifesting exactly as you predicted. Shocking revelation OCCURS through them doing exactly what you said they'd do, through behavior matching your description, through patterns repeating as you warned, through character showing as you explained, through toxicity manifesting as you identified, through reality proving your point. Revelation might be, betrayal witnessed, might be manipulation experienced, might be lies exposed, might be toxic patterns observed, might be controlling behavior demonstrated, might be narcissism showing, might be cruelty witnessed, might be character revealing exactly as you described, undeniable evidence emerging, cannot be explained away, cannot be justified, cannot be minimized, cannot be defended. Evidence so clear that denial impossible. Proof so obvious that doubt vanishes. Reality so stark that recognition, mandatory. Truth so visible that acknowledgement, unavoidable. Undeniable evidence, manifests as caught red-handed, manifests as lies contradicting probably, manifests as pattern repeating obviously, manifests as behavior witnessed directly, manifests as multiple people seeing same, manifests as documentation proving, manifests as reality forcing recognition, evidence exists of, evidence of exactly what you warned, evidence of precisely what you described, evidence of specifically what you identified, evidence confirming your perception, evidence validating your warnings, evidence proving your accuracy, evidence demonstrating your truth. Direct experience forcing recognition, not just hearing about, experiencing directly, not just being told, witnessing personally, not secondhand information, firsthand observation, personal experience, creating undeniable awareness, seeing with own eyes, experiencing with own reality. Direct experience creates belief through knowing, creates understanding through living, creates recognition through experiencing, creates awareness that cannot be denied because personally witnessed, creates validation of your warnings through their experience matching your description. Direct experience might be them being lied to directly, might be manipulation targeting them, might be betrayal affecting them, might be discard phase reaching them, might be toxic behavior directed at them, might be experiencing what you experienced. Direct creates undeniable. This reflection invites you to consider WHO is realizing WHO defended them, who doubted you, who took their side. If someone came to mind, probably them, probably who's seeing now, probably who's realizing belatedly. Trust recognition. Notice who your intuition identifies as late believer. This reflection invites you to consider what specifically were you right about? What behavior, what pattern, what character trait? Knowing specifics helps recognizing validation, helps honoring your perception, helps trusting yourself going forward, helps remembering your intuition was accurate. Specificity validates comprehensively what somebody realizing means for you, validation of your perception, your gut was right, your instincts were accurate, your warnings were founded, your assessment was correct, your observation was valid, you saw clearly when others didn't, you recognized truth when others denied, your perception deserved trust. Perception validation matters for self-trust, matters for future discernment, matters for confidence and intuition, matters for knowing you see clearly, matters for trusting yourself going forward. Validation strengthens internal knowing. Vindication after gaslighting, potentially. If they made you doubt yourself, if they questioned your reality, if they said you were overreacting, if they claimed you were dramatic, if they implied you were wrong, vindication proves you were right, proves reality was what you said, proves perception was accurate. Vindication after gaslighting heals doubt they created, heals questioning they induced, heals confusion they manufactured, heals self-doubt they planted. Vindication restores confidence in perception, restores trust in self, confirmation you're not alone, others seeing now what you saw then, others experiencing what you experienced, others recognizing what you recognized, confirmation that reality is what you said, confirmation that you weren't imagining, confirmation that patterns are real. Confirmation matters for not feeling crazy, matters for knowing reality is shared, matters for validation from others, matters for community in recognition, matters for not being isolated in awareness. Others seeing creates solidarity. Closure potentially if needed, if their doubt hurt, if their defense wounded, if their disbelief damaged. Their recognition now provides closure on being believed then. Validation, arriving late, still provides some peace. Recognition, belated, still offers acknowledgement. What you should do with late recognition: receive validation without gloating. Allow yourself satisfaction. Acknowledge you were right. Honor your accurate perception. But don't need to say, I told you so. Don't need to rub in. Don't need to prove point repeatedly. Internal validation sufficient. Receiving without gloating maintains dignity, maintains maturity, maintains high road. Internal satisfaction sufficient. External gloating unnecessary. You know, that's enough. If they apologize, decide if accept, decide if engage, decide if relationship repairs. Their late recognition doesn't obligate your forgiveness. Their belated belief doesn't require your acceptance. Their apology doesn't demand your reconciliation. You decide response. Apology, decision, yours entirely. Their recognition, their journey, your forgiveness, your choice, their understanding doesn't obligate your engagement. Receiving apology doesn't mean accepting relationship restoration. Use validation to strengthen self-trust. Remember this moment. Remember your perception was accurate. Remember your instincts were right. Remember your warnings were founded. Use this validation to trust yourself more next time. Strengthen internal knowing. Self-trust strengthening serves future discernment, serves trusting gut faster, serves acting on red flags sooner, serves honoring intuition immediately, serves not doubting self when others doubt. Validation teaches trusting self regardless, and maintain boundaries regardless. Their recognition doesn't mean safe now. Their understanding doesn't mean changed. Their seeing doesn't mean trustworthy. Person you were right about likely still is that person. Boundaries protect regardless of who believes. What belated recognition reveals? People believe what they're ready to believe. Couldn't see before because not ready. Couldn't recognize then because not open. See now because experience forced. Recognize now because evidence undeniable. Readiness determines recognition, often more than evidence available. Readiness timing teaches you can't force others seeing, teaches evidence alone doesn't convince, teaches experience often required, teaches timing matters, teaches people see when ready, not when shown, patience required with others' awareness. Inly, direct experience often required for belief. Telling doesn't convince, showing doesn't persuade, explaining doesn't convert, experiencing does, living does, witnessing does. Direct contact creates, belief telling couldn't. Some people need to touch fire before believing burns. Direct experience necessity teaches boundaries matter, teaches protecting self matters more than convincing others, teaches your truth sufficient regardless who believes, teaches some will only learn through experiencing, teaches not your responsibility to prevent their learning. Your truth matters regardless who validates, matters when only you know, matters when nobody believes, matters when everyone doubts, matters when standing alone. Your perception valid regardless external confirmation, validation from others nice but not necessary, internal knowing sufficient. The power is yours. It always has been. Somebody realizing right about person through shocking behavior revealed undeniable evidence, direct experience. Your job is receiving validation without gloating, deciding about apology if comes, using validation to strengthen self-trust, maintaining boundaries regardless, and understanding this reveals people believe when ready, direct experience often required. Your truth matters regardless who validates. Take what resonates, softly release the rest, trust yourself, and listen. Vindication feels good, feels satisfying, feels validating, feels confirming, feels like finally being believed. And also vindication arriving late doesn't undo them doubting you then, doesn't erase them defending them when, doesn't remove them dismissing you before. They're seeing now doesn't change. Doesn't change you were right then. Doesn't change you stood alone before. Doesn't change you trusted self despite doubt. Receive the validation. Honor your accuracy. Acknowledge your perception. Strengthen your self-trust. But don't need them believing to know you were right. Don't need their recognition to validate your truth. You knew then. They know now. Timing differs. Truth doesn't. You were right. Period. Take care.